call Jamie. I bet let's
say that you
Becky, this one play
Let's do one by one so I can hear.
Becky, let me ask you this question.
Who didn't
Shut
teach
up,
you how to
Becky.
be a husband?
Wait, hold on. Let me hear Kapua. Let me hear Kapua. Hold on.
A man raised 7 children. Let's say they are all boys. All of them ended up as failure and they are tout. Is the man a good father or a bad father?
In this case, since none of them ended up as a good child, it's the man's fault because he has refused to train them well.
He has refused to train them well. Okay.
All of them were useless.
7 children. Okay. I know the problem you are having. One inside them is actually a success, and the remaining 6 ended up as stout.
Yes, so it means that one followed the protocols and
now,
let him
hold on. Okay, hold on. Now, you are telling me now that it is the children's fault, not the father's fault.
Exactly.
So, for you to be a good parent, what about the phrase that said that bring up a child in the way he should go, and when she or she grows up, they will not depart from it?
It's from the Bible, this guy.
Okay, now the thing is, some parents actually, they are bad on their own. Okay, they were bastards when their parents were teaching them up. And guess what they will do when they have their own children? They will teach them the same way that they know how to live life. And those children will, end up being like them. So that's in the case of a father that has 4 kids and all of them turn out to be bad, then that means the father is bad himself. You get?
So that means if a man today has a family and is raising a home and he raised a wayward daughter, at the end of the day, that man is not a good father. Would you accept that? That man is not a good father because everything rises and falls on leadership. If you are a man today and you are leading your household and your children failed in life, they did not succeed in anything, you are at fault because you are supposed to transfer knowledge from yourself to your children. Read a book for your unborn children.
Thank you.
That is why you are a father.
Thank you.
Many of you don't know what a father is. A father is a source. A father transfer what he or she knows to the children. So it is your responsibility as a man. I'm not even talking about the wife now. It's your responsibility as a man to take charge of all responsibility, intelligence, the children's shortcomings and everything. It's your responsibility as a father. So you are the one that failed as a father if all your children fail because you did not focus on them, you did not attend to them. It's simple.
You're very right, Kappa. The question, Becky, I was asking you a question. I never finished before they bought me. I told you if 2 kids in schools were given a blueprint and then 1 passed, you said you will blame it on the children. Fair enough. Now, in this case, they were given a blueprint. That is not the full responsibility of the teacher. The teacher is meant to give them guidance and support them right to the very end. Right? Now, if he can't support them well, and no guide them well, lead them well, now only 1 pass, who would you blame, Becky?
You're still saying the same thing.
No, I'm not saying the same thing. You're not listening.
Oh, listen. Okay, now I'm a teacher, right? I have 2 students, and I teach them, right, based on my knowledge. I come to class, do everything, give them assignments, and one keeps following everything I keep telling him. Does his assignment, comes to class on time, goes home, he reads his book, he does everything correctly, and at the end of the day, I set my exam, and then he passed. The other one that failed, it means he did nothing. He didn't even follow any of the teachings that
That was not the scenario I gave to you. Now, and let me ask the question. Do not reproduce the question. Now, let me ask you the question. I gave you 2. I gave you 2 scenarios. One is you give them a blueprint, which is meant to guide them, right? Now I'm training kids.
You know what's confusing you? Is this your fake UK accent that is confusing? That not making
All right, that's fine. That's fine. I gave you 2. I will listen properly. Leave accent alone. I give you 2 scenarios. Scenario 1, I gave you a blueprint to give to these kids, right?
Yeah.
And then just allow them to do the work themselves. So, okay. Now, and then the second scenario, we say, I gave you this blueprint, and then you, as a teacher, you decided to stay with them, guide them, right? And right up until the very end, right? Despite your guiding them, now only one come pass.
Oh God.
Okay, who would you blame?
Oh God, you're still saying the same thing. Jesus Christ.
You're
Still,
dumb.
like I said,
You're
it's your
really-
accent that's confusing you. Okay, you have a protocol. I have okay now 2 different classes, class A
You are
and
the
class B.
confused one here.
No, listen. Class A and class B. Now, the teacher in class A doesn't teach the student that he has, right? And all of them failed. Clearly, it's the teacher's fault.
Thank
Because
you.
he teach them.
You've
That's
answered
not the
it.
same thing.
You've answered it.
Now, the other one, he teaches the class well, and one passed.
Nah.
The other one that failed is his fault because he
Becky,
refused
this
to
is
listen
where
to
you
the
are
teacher.
making a mistake. This is where you are making a
Oh God, this
mistake.
thing is as simple as
Listen now,
so simple.
can I explain something to you? Can I say something to you?
Yeah,
Do
go
you
ahead.
think all of us? Do you think all of us on this panel now? Let's say I am the teacher and everybody are my students. Do you think if I'm teaching, do you think everybody on this panel has the capacity to be able to grab what I am teaching in the same level and in the same rate?
That's what I'm saying. It is your
Hold on
fault. You
now.
have a low IQ.
They don't, right? Hold on, wait
Jesus
now.
Christ.
They don't have the same capacity. Some people are slow learners. Some people take time to draw things in their brain. That is why you are a teacher, to understand each and every student you have in the class. So if there is only one, that one that actually passed, if that means that one is a fast learner, that's why he passed. The teacher didn't pay attention to the rest 19 students. That's why the rest failed. So it is the teacher's fault.
No,
It doesn't. It is,
Wait,
the
Kappa, this one
teacher
is-
does not understand what we call idiosyncrasies.
Oh, yeah,
understanding the how people are to learn differently. Everybody learn differently.
Okay.
It's simple.
Now listen, Kapua. Here, no, there's no shortcut to anything in this life. Even if you're very, very intelligent, you have a very high IQ. If you don't build on that your IQ, you will still end up failing. Why do you think they say do your own work?
I think
your
Becky
own work.
What is this saying now?
Can I say
being
something?
vindictive. She
Yes,
knows
say
what we're
something.
talking about.
Oh God.
She knows what we're
So
talking
when we're
about.
talking
She
about
won't
this,
follow the thing.
especially
What are you
when
saying?
can I talk? So with what Becky's saying, it is right. It's still the student. Because when you base off your ability of learning, I do understand that a teacher kind of has to, cater to a certain degree. But at the end of the day, you have to do your own work. And especially when we're talking about school, let me give an example in the UK. If you're going to do triple maths, which is triple science, you're not going to be teaching someone you're teaching triple science who does single science. So there's basically different levels of how you teach students. So now, when you're giving certain analogies, it's like basically giving an exam test to a child that is disabled and a child that's mentally there. So what you guys are saying, it doesn't make sense to say it's the teacher, because if you're going to really blame the teacher, why is the teacher there that is not able to account for the children that they're teaching for? So it's the school's fault.
What's so saying? Confused. Did you hear yourself speak? Did you hear yourself?
Kappa, let me
Papa,
explain
you
it
see
to
how
you.
you
Let
don't
me paint-
understand?
Wait, let me paint a
No,
scenario.
because wait, hold on, Toyin. Because when you come to the school, this way that the school works, especially where I am here, when you have certain lessons or certain years or certain grades, you are there for a reason because of how you think, how your IQ is. So a teacher that is doing high level IQ with students is not going to teach the same way that a basic person
What's so
understands.
saying?
I don't
Why
know
are
why
you
you
a
guys are
teacher?
really dumb.
Wait,
Look,
let me
as a
explain
Which kind
teacher,
of
right?
dumbass?
When you give students work
Papa, I
to
know you're only in Nigeria, bro.
Nigeria,
when
no
you
matter how
give
you
student
explain
work
it,
to do, you are
she's not going
expected to give them homework. You're expected to give them feedback based on homework that they have completed.
They have.
You understand? So these are the aspects that you're going to be judged by as a teacher at the end of the day. Now, if the students are failing, and then it is now figured out that you weren't given any homework, you weren't given any feedback.